Continuing our preview of this matchup here between the 4 and 5 seeds, Texas and TCU. Craig Way, the longtime voice of the Longhorns, good friend of ours, kind enough to give us some time here this morning. Hey, Craig, when you look at this matchup, the first one was a blowout in Fort Worth. The second one, TCU had it, what they thought was in control, and it slipped through their hands. When you're the Longhorns, what is Chris Beard talking about heading into Game 3 that has to be different?
Coaches always talk about consistency, Brian, and I think offensive consistency is a concern right now. They missed 14 of their last 15 shots in Lawrence. They had 4 consecutive trips down the floor in the waning moments, down 1 point. They got 1 point out of that, and that only got it in overtime. They lost there. So I think he's wanting to see more offensive consistency. He told me a little while ago, he said, we need to get 4 guys in double figures. We need to get somebody getting hot this time of year, and he's hoping, like a lot of coaches do, that when you get to this atmosphere in March, guys play looser, more excited, having more fun, and maybe that helps.
The bread and butter of this Texas team, though, is defense. We know that. They've been good all year.
Yeah, and I think he didn't even mention that because I think he feels good about where they are defensively. And like I said, when you hold Kansas to 57 points in regulation on their home floor, you've done something there, but they've got to find the offense. But you're right, he feels good about where they are defensively.
You think about this team for Texas, their average age is about 22 years. It's an experienced team. You would think that it is built for postseason.
You hope so, and it took a while for the chemistry to take some root because even with all the transfers coming in through the portal, it took a while for everybody to figure out roles. Who should take on a leadership role, who should take more on an offensive role, those types of things. So now I think they feel more comfortable around one another here late in the year, no time like the present.
All right, finally, what scares him about TCU, if anything?
Improved play by the post play, seeing what Eddie Lampkin can do, seeing what Cork has done of late. And Miles is always going to be, and I'll give you one other X factor. I think Farabello, who hit the 2 big threes in the first half, he's one of those guys that can get going from offensive, and that's another concern, I think.
All right, from the Texas perspective there, a little preview of this matchup. Frogs and the Longhorns for the 3rd time on the season. I'm Brian Estridge for Frogs Today.